Welcome to Toad Animations, where we explore the world of animations and bring you the best. In this video we have covered 10 best animes you can finish in one day. There are a lot of fascinating anime you can finish in one day, even going as far as some recent ones, such as the Studio M2 adaptation of the Pluto series, which came out in 2023. Here are, in no particular, the 10 best anime you can finish in one day, based on their quality, general perception in the community, and what they offer as a story. So, let's start. Number 10. Pluto, with 8 episodes. Pluto was the big winner of anime, which you can finish one day back in 2023, entirely celebrating the manga written and drawn by Naoki Urasawa. It is a reinterpretation of Osamu Tezuka's legendary franchise, Astro Boy, and uses the framework of The Greatest Robot on Earth storyline. Studio M2 did a phenomenal job adapting this murder mystery, as an unknown entity has taken down several of the robots involved in a significant war a few years before the beginning of the story. Gesicht, a special detective, must discover what is happening, thus discovering an even greater conspiracy. Number 9. Cowboy Bebop, with 20 episodes. Cowboy Bebop is usually one of the first suggestions people make when discussing anime, and you can finish it in one day. It makes sense, as it is one of the most celebrated series ever. Many critics have praised the direction and cinematic elements of the series. At the same time, the storytelling is complex and accessible, which is why many people have claimed that this story got them into anime. Spike is a space bounty hunter, along with his partner Jet Black, who goes through several missions and odd jobs as they make more friends and deal with elements of their past. The series combines westerns, space opera, existential boredom, and many complex topics through episodic approaches. Number 8. Afro Samurai, with 5 episodes. The case of Afro Samurai is fascinating because it used to be one of the most popular anime series when it first came out in 2007. However, its popularity waned throughout the years. However, the strong visual imagery and fantastic battle sequences still make it a perfect choice for an anime you can finish in one day. The story is relatively straightforward as Afro is searching for justice, a gunslinger who took his father's life, and now he wants revenge. However, Afro is not a hero or even a good person, as he commits many awful acts to get one step closer to his revenge, which is one of the main topics of the series. Number 7. Trigun, with 26 episodes. Trigun is very similar to Cowboy Bebop, not only because they are two beloved 90s series but also because they are initially used as a person's entrance to the world of anime. It also helps that Trigun is one of those anime you can finish in one day, making the experience even more accessible. It follows a man known as Vosh the Stampede in the far future, who has a massive bounty on his head and is being hunted by many people who want to claim that reward. However, despite having the legacy of a ruthless killer, Vosh is a pacifist, and the series explores how far he can go with that philosophy in a world of violence. Number 6. Devilman Crybaby, with 10 episodes. Go Nagai is one of manga and anime's most influential creators, with his 2 iconic works being Mazinger Z and today's protagonist, Devilman. Thus, to celebrate this legendary mangaka's 50th anniversary in the profession, Studio Science SARU made an anime adaptation of one of his legendary works, Devilman Crybaby. It is one of the best anime you can finish in one day because it captures Nagai's manga's cynical and nihilistic nature while adding new scenes and a pretty peculiar animation style. Akira Fudo is a timid and insecure student who ends up involved in a war against demons by his best friend. Number 5. Samurai Champloo, with 26 episodes. Samurai Champloo had a similar situation to Afro Samurai, which goes beyond having the word samurai in their titles. They were both trendy in the mid-2000s when they came out, and their popularity declined throughout the years. Nowadays, they hold the title of cult classics and often end up on these anime lists you can finish in one day. This story focuses on an outlaw named Mugen, a waitress named Fu, and a ronin named Jin, who get involved with one another after the events of the first episode. Once the conflict is resolved, they embark on a series of adventures, allowing them to explore different sides of their personalities and get to know one another, developing solid bonds. Number 4. Erased, with 12 episodes. Erased will not be most people's first choice when thinking of anime. You can finish it in one day, but this adaptation by A1 Pictures has a lot of charm and is well executed. Some fans of the original manga would have preferred the series to be longer, but it does an excellent job adapting the source material. Satoru Fujinuma is a struggling mangaka with the unique ability to travel back in time and moments before a person is going to be killed, allowing him to stop it. The bulk of the series is about Satoru going back in time to keep his mother from getting murdered, although things become a lot more complicated than he initially thought. Number 3. Gunbuster, with 6 episodes. Hideaki Anno is usually known for reinventing the mecha anime genre with Neon Genesis Evangelion in the 90s. Still, the talented director was already building his career in the late 80s with the Gunbuster series. It is a great anime you can finish in one day and an opportunity to check out the early days of one of the genre's most celebrated creative space monsters destroyed an expedition to space in the year 2015, and 6 years later, the audience is introduced to the character of Noriko Takaya, who enlists in the Space Academy because she wants to follow in the footsteps of her father, Yuzo, who was the admiral of the expedition. However, Noriko goes through many ordeals to prove her worth, making her journey all the more cathartic to the audience. Number 2. Ping Pong the Animation, with 10 episodes. This series is not only one of those anime you can finish in one day but also a fascinating experiment regarding animation and visual expression. Science SARU adapted Taiyo Matsumoto's manga with a lot of care and gave it a more unique visual approach than most anime in the market. The story focuses on 2 high school students nicknamed Pico and Smile, who play ping pong out of passion and are excellent friends despite having opposite personalities. This story explores what makes them tick and what they are lacking to take their abilities to the next level, often working as a character study for the two of them. Number 1. Parasite, with 24 episodes. Parasite is a series that always ends up on lists of anime you can finish in one day because it is a madhouse adaptation of a cult classic with a simple yet effective plot that has become quite popular throughout the years. Furthermore, there has been a recent South Korean live-action project, thus cementing how this 90s series is still going strong in the industry. The series focuses on alien creatures who have invaded Earth and begun to take over people's bodies by controlling their brains. However, when one of these creatures tries to do this to the protagonist, Shinichi Izumi, it only manages to reach his arm, thus developing a bond between them and having to face more of these creatures trying to take over the planet. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more updates.